It is the last few seconds of an NBA game. The score is 1-2 to 1-3. The team is up by a point and stand at the free throw line. A single free throw made can secure your team to win, or at least force an overtime. And then, the king of basketball, LeBron James, comes up to you, taps you on the shoulder, and mutters, "If you miss this, you're going home." And lo and behold, you miss both free throws, the opposing team hits a two-pointer, and lose the game and the series.
What? How can you miss a shot that you're practicing every single day? You're getting paid millions in salary every year to play a ball game for fuck's sake.
Calm down, Noah. In the pivotal moments of a high-stakes game, of course the fatigue and pressure catches up with the players. Well, even the best NBA players are humans after all. Also, a free throw, unlike its name, doesn't guarantee a free point. It's actually surprisingly hard to hit. The player with the highest free throw percentage in the league is Stephen Curry, who has a free throw accuracy of 91%.
Huh? 91%? Not 100? If I can calculate the trajectory of the ball, I can probably shoot better than that Steph Curry guy.
Noah, have you ever touched a basketball in your lifetime? I don't think shooting the ball is as easy as you think.
If I know the projectile motion of the perfect free throw, I can just control the ball with my magic.
But Noah, that's just blatantly cheating.
So even you don't believe me, huh, Ebe? You know what? Just let me calculate it right now.
Wait, I didn't...
Okay, so first we need the dimensions of a card. Re.
So according to the NBA rulebook, the free throw line is 15 feet from the backboard. The rim is 10 feet from the ground, but the rim is supported by a mount. So the center of the rim is actually 13.75 feet away from the free throw line.
Great, so for the perfect free throw, the ball definitely needs to fly straight towards the center of the hoop. Duh! If you can't do that much, you can quit being an NBA player.
Hey, that's not nice. NBA players are not shooting machines.
Anyways, now I need to elaborate. Re, what's the height of the Steph Curry guy?
Model Stephen Curry II stands at a height of 6 foot 2 inches, but he releases the ball slightly above his head. So let's assume his release height to be 6.5625 feet.
Now I just need the formula for projectile motion, which is...
Function xt equals x0 plus the product of v0 x and t. And function yt equals y0 plus the product of v0 y and t, minus half the product of g and t squared. These formulas help us to find x, which is the horizontal distance traveled by the ball over time, and y, which is the vertical distance traveled by the ball over time. When launching the ball will have an initial velocity of v0 the moment it leaves our hands. v0 can then be broken down into the initial horizontal velocity v0x and the initial vertical velocity v0y. In our model, we will assume that there is minimal air resistance and the only external force acting on the ball is gravity. As such, the x-coordinate of the ball is represented by x0, which is the x-coordinate of the release point, plus the product of the horizontal velocity v0x and time. For the y-coordinate of the ball, it is represented by the sum of y0, the y-coordinate of the release point, and the product of the vertical velocity v0y and time. Now, remember that gravity is also pulling the ball down, so we have to subtract half gt squared from the equation.
Whoa. Ebe, did you hit your head somewhere, or are you actually smart?
Isn't all of this common sense?
Huh? Anyways, So now that we have the parametric equations of the x and y coordinates, we can use some basic high school math to combine them together. First, we will find t in terms of x by making t the subject of the x equation. Afterwards, we will substitute what we have found into the y equation. Now we have y in terms of x.
Wait, I'm even more confused now.
Be patient, Eve. This might look like a pile of hot mess right now, but here is where it gets interesting. The release point of the ball is at the coordinates 0, 6.5625, and that will be the values of x0 and y0 respectively. Because I want the ball to pass through the center of the hoop, its coordinates will definitely be a point of the projectile motion graph. So we will sub that into x and y. Simplifying the equation, we now only have two variables, v0, the launch velocity, and theta, the launch angle. Now, it's the time that we have been waiting for, an opportunity to put calculus, the topic that robbed you of half of your brain cells, to good use.
I hate calculus.
In order to optimize the trajectory of a perfect free throw, we have to find the optimal angle we need to shoot the ball at. And one way to do that is to find the minimum velocity needed to shoot the ball. Now this just became your high school maxima minima problem. We equate the derivative of v0 with respect to theta to 0. Then we can find the value of theta where v0 is a minimum. So in commonest language, the angle where the least amount of force is needed to shoot the ball into the hoop, which is the optimal launch angle.
Did you just call me a commoner?
In this case, the optimal angle that Steph Curry should shoot his free throws at is 52.018 degrees. Now, the moment of truth. To verify our results, we use our equation to plot the graph of the projectile motion and add the radius of the ball to the projectile motion, and we can see that the ball will not pass the rim at all. And it is a perfect splash. Now I can control the ball with my magic to take this path every single time so that I can be 100% free throw shooter.
But if you have magic, why do you even need to do all this fuss? Can't you just make the ball go in regardless?
So I don't know I'm blatantly cheating, of course.
But you are? Anyways, now that we know the optimal angle for Steph Curry's free throws, can you find the optimal angle I should shoot my free throws?
Of course! It's time to test if you have been paying attention to the video. You can sub in your own height into this equation and follow the steps I have taken to find your optimal angle. There is definitely a general equation out there where it's easier to sub in your height to find the optimal angle, but I'm way too underpaid for this, so you can figure it out yourself. Anyways, is anyone even going to watch this YouTube video?
Huh? What are you talking about? Hold on. Does basketball even exist in our world?
Anyways, if you like this video and want to watch more real-world phenomena explained with math and science, remember to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends.
Noah, who are you talking to? You're scaring me.
Peace out, losers!
Eh?